Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price today as we are testing the 50-day moving average while the DXY is heading towards a major resistance level. And in reaction to this, the S&P 500 closed with a very bullish candle. You can see this tail here, extremely bullish, also testing the 50-day moving average like Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin going to also see a bullish reversal candle close? I want to talk about exactly what's happening in the markets today. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem. If you appreciate this content, remember to like this video. So when we look at what's happening in the Bitcoin price, we broke down from this triangle just like we talked about yesterday, and we are heading towards this major support at 49,700. But we talked about this 50-day moving average sitting here for Bitcoin and the potential for us to find some momentum at this 50-day moving average to continue further up, potentially to see new highs in the midterm if we're able to see volume and strength. And you can see this 50-day moving average has acted as a major support for Bitcoin since we broke out from the $19,000 and $20,000 level. We have never come down below this 50-day moving average, and in my opinion, the 50-day moving average is an extremely important level. And because the S&P 500 closed with an extremely bullish candle, that is an extremely positive thing for Bitcoin. And so we want to start monitoring the price to see whether or not we are going to be able to get back inside of this channel, because if we're able to get back above the 200 period moving average on the 4-hour chart sitting at 53,000 US dollars, in my opinion, that could signal the potential for Bitcoin to come back inside of the symmetrical triangle to continue this consolidation, coming towards 70% towards the apex of the triangle to potentially break out to new all-time highs in the midterm. And so it is an extremely important time right now, and we have to watch the $53,000 level. But more importantly, how does this daily candle close? Is it going to close like the S&P 500 and show bullish momentum? If that is the case, we could potentially see a bounce here at the 50-day moving average. I personally was going to long this at 49,700, expecting a test of that, knowing that it was a major level, but we did not test that level. And so if we see a bullish candle close for the day, and we know that we didn't even get to reach this major support at 49,700, which on the weekly chart, if you look here, during the Elon Musk pump, this was the major resistance. We know that's a very significant level. If we cross below that, it opens the door to this channel range. And so we did not get to test that. That could be a bullish sign if we see the daily candle close bullish for Bitcoin. And then when we look at the Ethereum price, realize here, just like we talked about yesterday, we have this huge space for Ethereum to see a lot of volatility. And so we are seeing some downside here for Ethereum. 1440 is still in play as a potential downside target right near the monthly open. And we have to watch what's happening to the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart in order to determine whether or not we are going to see weakness with Ethereum, or if it will see strength alongside Bitcoin and potentially even outperform Bitcoin. And that all has to do with what's happening to the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. Just like we talked about yesterday, we are seeing this major channel support act as a very good potential reversal zone for the Ethereum to Bitcoin price. At this point, we are at a very critical level for Ethereum. We need to get above the monthly and weekly open, in my opinion, and that is sitting at right at that 31,500 Satoshi level in order to potentially make the case that we could have a reversal for the Ethereum to Bitcoin price. If we start to see downside, we know there is a major support at 29,000 Satoshis, but for the upside, we need to get above 31,500 Satoshis, in my opinion, to assume continued strength for Ethereum against Bitcoin. And then of course, when we look at what's happening to traditional markets, the DXY, just like we talked about, came and smashed through this 200-day moving average for the first time in over a year. And we know the dollar has been in a prolonged bear trend. And now that we are above the 100-day moving average, we have to be careful, because the last time we saw the DXY consolidate in the range between 89.562 and 91.015, the same range that we consolidated in this time, we know that as soon as we came above the 200-day moving average, we did see a lot of strength for the dollar and continued momentum to the upside, and that turned into a bullish cycle and a new high for the dollar. And so we have to watch this level, because right now with the dollar seeing a potential reversal here, we talked about the confirmation and the final confirmation being a close above the 200-day moving average for a reversal of the DXY, and we are now testing that level. We know there's major resistance here, so there is that potential we could see this come down, just like we talked about at the start of this video with the S&P 500 closing bullish while the DXY is testing a major resistance. So we might be able to buy ourselves some time with the DXY possibly coming towards the weekly open and the previous weekly open, finding support here, and then this is the range in which we could see traditional assets move alongside with Bitcoin. And so it is very important to monitor this. If we break through this channel, we have to keep in mind that the dollar is in a potential reversal, and we called this reversal almost a month ago when we went above the 20-week moving average and we started closing weekly candles above this level for the first time. And so now this is really turning into a potential reversal, and that is affecting markets. And so thank you guys so much for watching this